everyone, I'm Leona from Artist Resource, and today I'm going to show you how to make this super cool 3D pop-up London card. You can do it for your city or wherever you live. It's so easy to do. Here's what you're going to need. Okay, so you will need some images of your chosen city. Now I live in London, so obviously I've got a cityscape here of London, England, and also some close-ups to help you. So I've got a picture of Big Ben here and a taxi cab. Obviously just print these out from the internet. And you'll also need a hard card about an A4 size. And then you'll need some smaller pieces of card in any colours that you like. Here we've got green, pink, purple, brown and yellow. And you'll need an eraser and a pencil and some scissors and also a glue stick, and that's everything you need. Alright, so let's get started. So we'll take our large sheet of A4 card and we're just going to fold that in half. Alright, so I'm going to take this bit of green card here, and because I've chosen blue, I'm going to have this as the sky and this is the land. So I'm going to stick this piece of green card in here. Just got to make sure it's the right size, so I think I just need to trim it off a little bit first. And then I'm going to stick that in here. So the next stage is we're going to do the 3 different levels. We're going to do a foreground, a middle ground and a background. You can choose any colours you like. I'm going to choose pink, purple and brown. So what we want to do with these is we want to just make sure we've got a small size, a medium size and a large size. You don't have to measure anything, you can just do it by eye. So I'm going to cut the smallest size piece of card in half, and this is probably now about 7 centimetres tall, and I'm going to just fold it so it's got a little lip like this, and that is going to be my smallest piece of card for the foreground. So I'll put that to one side, and now I'm going to do the middle ground. Now this is going to be a little bit bigger than the foreground. So this is going to be a little bit bigger than the foreground, so we can just use that to roughly measure it. I think it's going to be about here. We can use a pencil to make a mark. So I'm just going to cut that. And this one's probably around 12 centimetres tall, something like that. And we're going to make a fold here for a little lip. So that's our middle ground. So we've got our foreground, our middle ground. And now we're going to make the background. And I think it only needs to be a bit taller than that. So we just cut off a couple of centimetres here. So this one is probably around 15 centimetres tall, something like that. And again, we'll make a little lip. So that's it. We've got our background, we've got our middle ground, and we've got our foreground. Alright, so now we're ready to stick all the elements on. So we'll start with the foreground. And what I like to do with the foreground, which is the smallest piece, is I like to put on that transportation. So you can use images of cars and buses and taxis, boats, anything you like, anything that's to do with your hometown. So what I've done is I've got some printouts of some tiny taxis and buses here that I'm going to cut out and stick on. So that's going to be really easy. So you're just going to cut around the shapes we've got here, and it's as simple as that really. You can choose anything you like, obviously just print it out from the computer. You might need to use a photo-based program just to get the sizes exactly right, but you don't need to be exact with this. So there's our bus, and then we're going to get our taxi. And another great idea is you might want to use postcards that you've got from when you're in other cities and make up a pop-up city of a place that you visited, which is a really nice idea. So there's lots of scope for your own ideas. This is me just giving an example. As always, you're the artist. It's up to you what you decide to use. There you go. Alright, so let's stick these 2 on now. Alright, so let's stick these 2 on now. We'll get our bus on there, and we'll get our taxi. You can do some drawing on this as well if you like. You could always draw a little road in. Maybe I'll draw a little road in. Put a little road in there. There we go. And now we're going to cut round the top bit of that. And now make sure you don't cut down here. We've got to cut round the actual edge of our design elements. Alright, so that's it for our foreground. Let's just have a little look how that's going to look. Cool. Okay, so now let's go on to the next section. So now we're going to do the middle ground, and for this I like to do all the trees and plants and flowers and stuff like that. So obviously you can do whatever you like, but I am going to do some trees. So I've printed some out here, all different sizes, and I'm just going to place them on. Choose a few. Easy. Alright, so there you go, there's the final tree. Now you want to give this a little bit of an arrangement. See where, oh, I can't like it if that one's over there. And then maybe we'll put the other big one over here. And that one there. So I like that arrangement, so I'm ready to stick that down. See, I cut out this nice little bit of grass here. So we'll stick that down. And there's something about this project that gives you such a big amount of satisfaction. I think because it's so easy and simple, and there's so much creative license within it. You know, you can really do whatever you like, which is brilliant. Favourite kind of projects. So let's get this big tree in. Nice big tree. So obviously if you've got any bits that are overlapping, you need to cut those off. And just follow the edge of your trees. And you can see here how having a bright colour piece of card really helps, because then you can see exactly where the edge is. And you can see why it doesn't matter what colours you choose as well. So we'll just cut this off, and we need to cut this end off here because that's going to be too wide for the card. And that's our middle ground done. Let's have a little look how it's looking. So we've got our foreground, middle ground, and now to the background. So let's get our brown card. Now for this one we're going to use the cityscape. So we're just going to go and cut round all of the edge of all the buildings and stick that onto our background. Alright, so that's this bit nearly cut out. Lovely, lovely. Okay, and I'm just going to make sure it touches the top edge, just because my image could have been a little bit bigger there. So if you have any issues with how big your image is, just raise it up slightly. And that's all you need to know about that. Super effective. And we are complete. So we are ready to stick all this together, all our lovely hard work. So this is what it's going to look like. Alright, so now we just have to make sure that when we're sticking each layer down, that they all fold in together. So the back layer, you need to make sure that the top of the back layer lines up with the back here, with the crease of your card. That will be so it will fold in nicely. Okay, so that's the most important thing, so we'll do that one first. Get some Pritt stick, glue that down, and make sure this is lined up to the crease. Give it a good press, and then we'll do the next one. So we'll put some glue here, and we'll put that right next to the edge there. And then there should be just enough room for the foreground. Oh, we might need to just chop that a little bit. It's a little bit too thick, the lip there. So we can adjust that very quickly and easily. Get some glue. Alright, so that's that all done. Now, you can do whatever you like in the background. If you want to add another layer, put sunshine, put some birds. I think I'm going to put a sunshine, so I'm going to do that right now. Okay, so I'll stick that sun there. And I've done a couple of little clouds as well, just for fun. Awesome, there you go, there's your pop-up City of London card, woohoo!